so we can get Kevin Durant out of the way once and for all until the season starts. He's going back to Brooklyn. We're acting like none of this ever happened. Sean Marks, Joe Tsai, Steve Nash all had a meeting. They're talking about the fact that, like, oh, we're planning towards the future. It's not just going to be a one-year thing, all this kind of stuff. And as Mike's dancing, Kevin Durant started this whole thing where Patrick Beverley brought up the whole situation, and KD said, like, hashtag blame KD and everything.
And I want to touch on Patrick Beverley too.
Okay. But I mean, this whole thing could have been avoided. Like, what did this get anybody? It didn't get anybody anywhere because Brooklyn hasn't even fired Sean Marks or Steve Nash that Kevin Durant previously talked about.
We're playing basketball. We playing basketball.
We still don't know if Kyrie actually is going to play basketball.
I don't know, though. The reports coming out regarding Kyrie Irving is that
True.
he has been engaging with his teammates throughout the summer while being engaged in meaningful dialogue with the team. Whatever the fuck that means, I have no idea, but I don't know what meaningful dialogue. But
I would also love to know what meaningful dialogue is.
You know what I interpreted that as somebody didn't get as much interest from other teams on the trade market, nor did he know that he was going to get any interest as a free agent if he opted out. So this is Kyrie getting his pee-pee slapped and being on his best behavior. I predict that we may see the best Kyrie Irving that we've seen in years this season. He's going to... I would guarantee and say that Kyrie Irving may play 65 games. He's going to shoot 39% from behind the arc. He's going to average 20.
He's a 50-40-90 guy. Whatever.
That's 39%.
You're right. I just don't know why you wouldn't say 40.
Because I'm saying 39%. Like 40 is like... There's a lot of guys who could shoot like 38.7%, 37.9%. Not a lot of guys could shoot above 40. For some reason, that number is like a significant difference.
True.
But Kyrie's going to have like 1.3 steals, 23.1 points per game, 6 rebounds. Like, this is going to be a great Kyrie Irving. He's going to be on his best behavior.
But then what happens if
he... I will go on the record and say the Nets will win more games this year than the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
We have a better roster, top to bottom. We have a better roster.
What do you mean a better roster?
All right, who's better, KD or Embiid?
Embiid.
Shut up.
No, I mean,
Embiid was number 2 in MVP race.
Yeah,
2 years running.
That's because KD got hurt.
2 years running.
KD has been hurt. Like, it's missed significant portions of the season.
KD's better. All right, who's better, Kyrie or James Harden? I'll give you
James Harden.
I'll give you it to wash. Who's better?
No, it's James Harden.
No,
depends on
Tyrese Maxey or Ben Simmons. Don't even
Tyrese Maxey.
No, come on.
No, that I would disagree. However, if you look at the reports though about James Harden and his summer workout regimen, how hard he's been working.
Yeah, because the strip clubs are closed in the summer.
What? That's the most popular time of the year.
What?
I mean, I wouldn't know anything about that, but I heard. That's what I've heard.
All right.
The word on the street.
Let's go fourth player. Seth Curry or Furkmon Korkmaz.
That's not even their fourth player.
Who's your fourth? Tobias Harris. All right, I'll give you Tobias Harris. Who's the fifth guy? Who's your 5?
It would probably be if you're.
Why are you saying Seth Curry? What about? I mean,
it would.
Joe Harris is
good. Tobias is the better Harris, but anyway.
It would probably be PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker is nowhere near as good as Nick Claxton. So let's go.
I don't know about that.
You guys sleep on Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton, if he was on his own team, he would be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Bruh. He can't even get on the floor enough to be defensive anything.
I was about to say, if he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, he'd be playing more in Brooklyn because they've needed that. Comparing bench to bench, the Sixers bench is now better than Brooklyn's bench.
I can't name one guy on your bench. Georges Niang?
DeAnthony Melton?
Isaiah Joe.
Yeah, see,
Bassey.
know how he just skipped over that?
Isaiah Joe, DeAnthony Melton, Charles Bassey,
Daniel House.
So you just named the Rockets.
B-Ball Paul. B-Ball Paul is
Reed, yep.
right now
Cam
just as
Thomas.
good as Nick Claxton.
Day'Ron Sharp. Kessler Edwards.
B-Ball Paul right now is just as good as Nick Claxton.
David Duke Jr.
And that's our backup.